Hello, my name is Rishi Desai, and this is my final video assessment. And I'm going to start off with why I registered for this class. And to be honest, I registered for it because it was just a requirement on my major for APK. I never thought much of it. I thought it was just a class I would take, get my grade, do a few public speeches, and I can move on my life. I wouldn't really get anything out of it, and I wanted to focus more on my sciences. But when I gave my first impromptu speech, I was really enlightened and really started getting more engaged with what the class could offer me. And I was engaged because of what happened that day, and kind of how I was embarrassed of what happened, because I walked in that class and I know how to give a speech, I know how to handle it, I'm good at it already. Why do I need to continue working on it? I was getting my 4 speeches in this class and get on with it. But let me give you a 10-second rendition of what exactly happened that day and why I had to improve from that day on. Hello, I'm Rishi Desai, and I'm here to give this presentation about better. And that might have been a little exaggeration, but that's kind of exactly what happened. I talked way too fast. My hands were flinging all over the place. My eyes was looking every which way. My audience was confused as to what happened. I had no flow in my speech. My TA kind of looked at me with a funny look, wondering how I got to UF. And that's when I came home that day. I was like, wow, I have a lot to improve on. That was not a good public speech. And if I'm going to become a doctor, a professional in this career, in my career, like that's not going to be able to work. So for my next speech, I improved big time. I looked at what lecturers said. I looked online, talked to my classmates, and which ones were good, and took away from what they did. And kind of what they did was good audience engagement tools, like ways to get the audience involved in your speech, not just sitting there listening to what you're saying, but actually piquing their interest. And I did this in my formative speech by doing a hazing experiment, which is I basically brought 3 volunteers, I had them show up in line, I told them this is considered hazing, why, and then I went on my presentation and went on my points. In addition, I decided to put my hands in my pockets that day, which helped a lot. Instead of having my hands crawling on a piece of paper this whole time or flinging all over the place, I kept my pockets, I moved when appropriate, and that was a big help, and definitely stopped distracting my audience, because this going on the whole time is a big distraction. In addition, I believe that fear plays a big part in public speaking. That's something that even while I was giving my second speech in that class in front of people I already kind of knew, I still had that fear. Not so much anxiety, because before I went up there, I was fine. I was looking at my outline. I was prepared to give a good speech. My hands weren't shaking. My palms weren't sweaty. And I was like, all right, I got this. I'm going to go there and be confident. But once again, I walked up there. I kind of blinked again. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it kind of reminded me of something that happened in high school when I gave a vice president speech. So let me quickly give you a showcase what happened. Flashback like 5 years from now. Me giving my president's speech in high school. I had my notes in front of me. I was like, all right, hello, my name is, fold on paper, do a few more words, unfolded my paper, look down, said a few more words, fold my paper again, and to be honest, I said about 20 seconds for the mumbo jumbo, fold my paper into like a paper airplane by the end of it, and it was the worst bit of my life, and to say the least, I was not elected. And throughout this class, I got better with fear, like not only because I was speaking with people I was uncomfortable with, but the more I gave speeches, the more I prepared for them, the better I was at it. And this is probably the biggest thing I gained from this class, because I went from a beginner speaker to a novice speaker. While I may not be an expert yet, I'm getting there, because when I started at the beginning, I had no idea what audience engagement was. Like, I wasn't incorporating that at all. I had no idea how to incorporate visual aids. I didn't speak with much confidence. I kind of quickly went through my speech and called it a day. And that's something by the time my group presentation came around, I changed that big time. I went up there confident, I kept good posture, I wasn't looking like this. I looked exactly at my audience. I made eye contact with every single one of my members instead of looking at the roof or looking down at the floor. In addition, I gave great visual aids that complemented my PowerPoint and complemented the points I was making throughout my speech. Lastly, I feel like when I first began this class, I thought I was already a good public speaker. I thought that's something you inherited from your parents. Like, if you were good at it before, you're going to continue to be good at it. If you sucked at it before, you couldn't really do much to improve. You kind of were just going to suck at being a public speaker the rest of your life. That changed dramatically with this class. My perspective on how to be a good public speaker changed huge. I realized that you can go from a bad or good public speaker to a great one just by incorporating confidence, audience engagement, and good visual aids. Because, like I said, I went from beginner to a novice, and there's a lot of value in public speaking, and this class really helped me learn that value, because public speaking used to be kind of just a chore for me. Like when I went to elections, I would quickly give a speech, hopefully I get voted for, and when I gave my group outlines and presentations back in freshman year of college and high school, I kind of quickly went through it. I didn't think